So, after last week's, where I kind of just ragged on older movies, I decided to take another look at some of the older movies from my personal childhood. Namely, one that I've watched a little bit more than I'd like to admit. Master of Disguise, everybody. A movie from 2002 that was canned right from the get-go. Pretty old. To be honest, it's pretty much just a cult movie, and a small niche of people remember it, or even a smaller niche even like it. The movie's pretty out there. It starts out with an Italian worker named Pistachio working at his father's, classic Italian restaurant where everyone looks like they're from a goddamn Godfather movie. Yeah, it kind of shows you where this movie is going in terms of tone. That and the fact that one of his main character's traits is wearing underwear on his head. No, I'm not joking. The main character's his main traits is wearing underwear on his head. This is important to the plot. I'm really not joking, and I wish I was. Moving on. The movie is a poke at all the old spy movies from back in the day. James Bond and all the rest. And it doesn't do a great job. It certainly has some of the themes. His grandfather is a master of disguise and tries to teach him everything he knows to save his father from an old rival. Oh, and of course he has a new girl sidekick, which is apparently super hot. Surprise, surprise, she ends up with the main character. Yay! It's not spoilers, you can see that plot thread from 3 miles away. This movie does not hide anything. The movie is very obviously tongue-in-cheek, so keep that in mind while watching it, if you even do. It's also really childish in its humor. The movie was released right around the time of Shrek and the new Star Wars, along with many other pop culture hits from previous years and at the time. Said movies obviously had outlived their time, and using the references here kind of just speaks of cash-in pop culture. It milks that money wagon from 2002 for what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen. It dates itself incredibly with these references. And Pistachio is often seen doing impressions of others, say the guy from Jaws, Shrek, and Donkey for all things. Anyway, the main character just consistently does all these impressions. Kind of what he does as a master of disguise, even though his disguises, his disguises are decent. They're stupid as all hell, though. It really doesn't hold up after all these years, and it's clearly a B movie from Hollywood. But, in the end, if you want to go look at the movie, it's certainly a little difficult to find, but I'm sure it's somewhere, though. It's probably on YouTube or Netflix or something like that. I really don't recommend wasting too much time in this movie. Maybe see it once if you're looking at old B movies to see what Hollywood's been doing back then, and see where the patterns are heading towards now. As always, thanks for watching, and have a spectacular day.
Ah!